Today we got one of the all-time greats, also a good friend of ours, came up in amateurs with Jeremy. We have the defensive master, the one, the only, Winky Wright. Let's get right into this.
There he is.
What's up? What's
got,
up?
got some powder on your chin right here. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's old age.
Wait, what are you? How old are you? You older than me?
I'm 50. I don't know how you.
Yeah, you older than me.
You 50? Are you turning 50?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm 50.
No,
I'll be
Jeremy,
50.
50 or you're 51 in August?
I'm 50 in August.
Oh, so you're still 49. All right. All right.
Yeah, I'll be 51 in November.
November what?
26.
All right. I'm
Huh?
November. November's good people.
Word.
What? November guy?
So where
Man,
you at? Florida?
Yeah, I'm in Florida, man.
I see you.
what,
You golfing a lot, man.
Yeah, I was just moving around. I don't really post that much, man. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'll be chilling, just trying to do some other things. Yeah.
You've been
They,
golf a lot, right?
huh?
You've been playing golf a lot.
Not lately, man. I need to get back out there, you know what I'm saying? My game had fell off for a while, so dude's been whooping up on me. So now I gotta recover, get my game right, but I'm coming back.
I saw you with was it Charles Barkley playing with
Oh
him.
yeah, that was old thing. I had to put that out there on Charles.
To request
Yeah, I got a
specific
few of
fighters
them
to be
dudes, man.
interviewed,
I beat when my
to
game was right.
request
I
specific
got a
fights
few
you
people
want
that I knocked off.
analyzed
I
on
had to get
box
some Hall of
analysis,
Famers on my
please
golf
guys,
record. You know what I mean?
subscribe and follow to our
Do you
YouTube
Yeah.
channel,
do you
and we're going to
find
make it
hey,
golf
happen.
at all similar
Peace.
to boxing? Like any part of it?
Not at all. Not at all. It's golf is a game, it's fun. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is not a game, but it's fun, but it's so competitive and like I said, it's not a game. You can get hurt in boxing. You know what I'm saying? You play basketball, you play golf, you play football, you don't play boxing.
you don't play boxing. That's exactly
Mm.
right.
You had
Have you
those.
have you felt that boxing has made you a whole lot calmer as you got older?
Oh, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was younger, boxing, like I said, we train every day, we box every day, we throw punches, we get people to hit us, we hit people. So, our attitude and our temper was maintained very well because of that. You know what I'm saying? And someone else would be quick to want to snap off and fight somebody, and we'd be like, you know what, it ain't worth it. Unless they do something to us or push it to that limit. But more than often, you just like let it go.
Well, let me ask you this,
Right.
Wink. Do you
Hmm.
think? Do you believe that there's control in the ring, or do you think that anger has no place in the
Say
ring?
that again. You broke up.
Do you believe that that somebody could have controlled anger, a fighter in the ring, or do you think that there's no place for anger at all in the ring?
Oh, you definitely got control anger. You definitely got control anger. Anger give you that drive to inflict pain, but to control it is being able to set someone up and finish him. Jeremy got he got that good power, so that was his thing. He go in there and try to knock your head off. Me, I can smile at you and just try to beat you up. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I like to do it.
Hey, but true, knocking somebody out is far better for the opponent than to get beat up.
Oh, most definitely. I tell them all the time. I said, you'd rather for me to knock you out than beat you up because that's a lot of pain I'm inflicting on you for 12 rounds. And you might be like, well, I survived, but yeah, you survived a whooping. That's like, you get that knockout. Okay, boom, he caught me. Okay, that way he didn't catch me with that shot. Maybe I could have won. But if I continuously beat you round by round and I'm inflicting pain, it's gonna be a long recovery.
Of of
That's
of of everybody you fought, who did you want to beat up the most? Who did you really want to whoop their ass for the whole 12?
Bernard Hopkins.
Why?
Just because he was just talking so much trash, and it was just like, man, you must be. I'm about to beat the brakes off you. So you know what I mean? It- huh?
how tall is Hopkins? How tall are you?
I'm 5'10". He may be, I don't know, 6 feet, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
Right?
I met him one time, so I can't really like want to.
Yeah, yeah, he a little bit taller than me. He ain't much taller than me.
How'd you feel fighting guys taller than you?
When I was younger, I loved fighting guys taller than me because they had to reach for me, and I could back then, I had a whole different style, so I stuck and moved and slipped shots and counted, But as I got older and started more, staying in the pocket and catching punches, I liked to fight the shorter guys. You know what I'm saying? Because they right there. I ain't got to go looking for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people don't realize that you started the cover up style for what the Vargas.
Vargas, yeah. And I didn't practice that. That was just that day of the fight, going into the ring. It just happened. That my intentions was to box Vargas, go out there, stick a jab, stick a move. But he all the talking and all that. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna get ready to hurt this kid. I want to see what you got. So he was 17-0 with 17 knockouts. So I said, okay, I want to see. Show me what everybody else see. And that's what I did. Went at him.
At that Vargas fight, what was your record?
I was, I think I was 25, and no, I might have been a little bit more than 25. I was like, I don't know. I know I was like 20 something, 25, 27, and maybe two, because I lost to Julio Cesar Vasquez, and then I think they robbed me for Harry Simon. So that right there, that's when I came back to the States. So yeah, I had two losses. So I'm
Yeah,
like 27-0, something like that.
people don't
27-2.
people don't realize how long were you fighting in Europe?
Oh shit! I was fighting Europe. I went to Europe on I think my 12th fight, and shit, I didn't come back until maybe my 27th fight, 28th fight.
So
And
obviously you enjoyed fighting in Europe, yeah?
Say that again.
You enjoyed fighting in Europe?
Oh yeah. I enjoyed it, but it was an end to a mean. You know what I'm saying? I knew that because you gotta realize when I was coming up, because my amateur background wasn't as long. They didn't want to give me the recognition to get on the networks or anything like that. So, uh, it was like, okay, I got to go over here to get my status. I got to go over here to get ranked. See, back in the days, you had to be ranked to get a championship fight. You got to be in the top 10. And then, for me, being how young and how quick I got there, I was 25-0 with like 14 knockouts, I think, and then I was number one across the board. So I was number one for everybody, WBC, WBA, and IBF. So them was the majors at that time. So we got that full belt era now, but the WBO was there, but it wasn't. It was a title, it was a world title, but they didn't consider it the world title. They said the three main belts was what they considered, and then so it was just like, okay, I was number one for all of them, and then when I lost to Vasquez, they pushed me back up to like 7 to 10, but then I had to beat my way back down, and that's what I did. I beat my way back down, and then when I got my title shot again, I was number one. So that's what happened. Every time I get a title shot, I had to become number one.
and what kind of showed you to the world was the Mosely fight, right?
Vargas fight kind of showed the world who I was, because everybody was thinking about this young phenomenon and he knocking everybody out and blah blah blah. And then when I stepped on that, and then people like, oh man, this guy can fight, but then they started doing research on it. And then the people that knew me, the people that in boxing knew that I could fight. But the people in boxing knew I could fight, but the people who didn't know, only they heard the name, but they didn't know who to face. So like back in the day, you would look into the Ring magazine and you would see, Winky Wright right there, and you start noticing I became number 6, number 5, number 1, champion. So I'm number 1. Back then, you could look at all the divisions, all the different belts, and I'm like number 1, number 2. You know what I'm saying? So people knew the name, but they didn't know the face. So finally, when I did get my chance to come back to the U.S. and I got that Vargas fight, then I put a face to the name for the people. And then, again, once I went back to number 1, then I won I won the WB, I think what was it? Yeah, the WBC first, WBC first. Yeah, against what's his name? Was it IBF? It was IBF, I'm sorry. IBF, I think, against what's the kid name from New York?
Which one?
His name is I beat him in California.
Oh, Mullings.
No, I beat Keith Mullins. That was before the world title. Yeah. Keith Mullins was a tough little kid. You gotta look. If you really look who I fought, man, I was fighting all the people that the big names didn't want to fight.
I know.
And I was beating them. And I had the people could say what they want about Bronco McCall. At that time, Bronco was a bad boy. Bronco was beating everybody. Nobody wanted to fight that white boy. You know, and I always, we still friends to this day. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, we talked to him too, and you fought him 3 times, right?
Yeah, I fought him 3 times. Fought him the first time his hometown, then he wanted to rematch. I beat him again. And then later, nobody wanted to fight me still. So it was like, okay, we fight again. So it was just, but like I said, I respect his heart, man. He a good kid, good dude, man. And like, and with Shane Mosley, people, you know, people always ask what I think about Shane. I think Shane is a great fighter, man. Great, you know, great competitor. You know, he got that will to be great, and that's what made him so exciting. He got a big punch, quick hands, and I'm glad I got a chance to fight him.
I mean, that fight, man, people were just like shocked because Shane Mosley was undefeated, right? You gave him his first loss.
Yeah. No, I think Vernon did. I think Vernon beat him
I think
first. Yeah, Vernon Forrest beat him
remember,
first because he was
Oh,
at 47, and then he moved up to 54, won the belts at 54.
you remember when they fought when they fought in amateurs?
No, so listen, you gotta remember now. I was on the amateur. I started boxing in '88, and I turned pro in '90. So when I started boxing in '88, I got to the National Golden Glove that same year, I think. And then the next year, you know, I went again, and then that's when I seen them do it, and I seen all y'all. Then that's when I started being on the team, and I started being on the team with
Yeah,
y'all. Yeah. We had a good time hanging out in Colorado, huh?
I think I met you when I was like 16.
Yeah, we was in Colorado. You was knocking niggas out. I said, this dude crazy. This dude ain't playing. I'm serious, man. I'm gonna be 100 with it. I said, this dude knocking cats out. You know what I'm saying? Light skinned dude, you know, the dude coming to fight. You know, I gotta give him his props, you know what I'm saying?
so I got a question. Raul Marquez just asked this. I think it's a good question. Why didn't you wait for the '92 Olympics?
Why didn't I wait tonight? Because okay, good question. So I started boxing in '88. You gotta remember. So now in '89, I done went overseas. I done fought a few times. But I won the 1990 U.S. Olympic Festival. I won the gold medal. So back then he know what I'm talking about. The U.S. Olympic Festival was a big thing. So I had me. It was me. It was little Stevie Johnson. Because I lost to Stevie Johnson in the championships. So I was like, okay, I want to fight him again. You know what I'm saying? A little shorter. He
What
just threw a
what
lot of little punch.
Wink? What weight were you as an amateur?
I was 139. I was 139. So, you know what I'm saying? So I was like,
So
okay.
fought 39 was competition, bro.
Yeah, we had some tough
We had tough 30.
Teron Millette
Oof.
was one of the little tough dudes. He had a bunch of people, man. So I was like, man, I got, you know what I'm saying? So when I did fight the championship, you had 4 fights. You had the East, South, East, Northwest. So I was one of them, and then I had little Stevie Johnson, and then it was a Hector Cologne, and I think it was somebody else. So I was like the higher up ranked out all of them. So I knocked off Hector Cologne the first day, and then me and Stevie had to do the championship, and you know just box him. He was trying to get in there, but I just keeping him all with the jab, pop, 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 combinations. And once I won that, so I'm like they supposed to give me at least a Goodwill game trial. They didn't even so you know back then I was like okay, so everybody else talking about we get to go to the Goodwill Games trial because Goodwill Games was coming up and then '92 Olympics, so it was like you know, and I was like okay, where the hell my trial at? You know what I'm saying? Back then that's when they started giving out that money. You know what I'm saying? That I forgot what they call that
So
shit. Yeah,
I'm
yeah, 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 yeah. They're giving out that money. So I'm like, man, okay, my time now. Shit, I beat the number 1 and the number 4, so I got to be right there. They's like, well, you ain't got enough spirit. I said, I done fought overseas. I beat these dudes. Why? You know, they like, you ain't got enough spirit. I said, you know, man, fuck amateur. I said, fuck boxing. So that's what happened. I was done with boxing, and I never wanted to box to be a professional or to be a word. I was just doing it just for fun because I moved from Florida to DC, and I always liked to fight. I always liked to body punch, and I was just like, you know what? Man, always want to box. I love Sugar Ray Leonard, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna try it. And then that's when I tried it. So I went to the gym in '88, turned pro in '90.
So
And
how old were you when you left Florida for DC?
when I left DC for Florida, I
Oh wait.
was
Oh right.
I was 16. I just turned 16.
Okay. So do
So
you
I
consider yourself a Florida or a DC guy? Like what had more impact on you?
say that again.
Do you consider yourself a Florida guy or a DC guy? Like which place had more impact?
Both. I got both. I represent for both. You know what I'm saying? DC is hometown. Grew up. They taught me how to be me. Florida, show the love, show the support. When I was coming up in boxing and I was getting ranked in this and that, then I became champion. Everybody's like, you need to move to a big city. You need to do this because it's more of this. Man, I ain't moving nowhere, man. Everybody gonna come here. I'm here, and I love it. And to this day I love it. You know what I'm saying? They show love. It's just like that. The big city is a little different. I got big respect in big city, but I just love Florida.
So you
What
said you didn't
part,
want to be a fighter.
what
What
part
did
of Florida are you in?
I'm in St. Pete. I'm in St. Petersburg by Tampa.
That's
So
Roy Jones area, right?
no. Roy in Pensacola. Roy like way in the peninsula. He in the corner, like going towards Louisiana and all that. But
that's
Oh,
more?
we Central Florida, right? We're in the west coast of Central Florida. Me, Tarver, Jeff Lacey, Keith Thurman. See, Keith Thurman, Jeff. So that's how
What about
that works.
what about Nate Campbell?
Yeah, little Nate down this way too. I like little Nate. That's cool, little Nate. So I was. They was all coming up in the amateur when I was pro and this and that. And I like Nate. Nate hustle. I went to when Nate won his championship and he won that in Mexico or something. I was dead. So Nate a bad little dude, man. I like
So
him.
so let me ask you this, Wink. You said you didn't want to keep fighting. What would you have done if you start boxing?
I don't know. Like I said, what God got for you, nobody can take away. Seriously, I never knew I would. Listen, man, you gotta think of. I just thought, I like boxing. I just knew I can do it, but I never thought I'd be a professional boxer. Never thought I'd be a world champion. It just, I just kept training, and I loved it more and more. The more I trained, the more I loved it. The more I wanted to do it, and then it got more challenging. Now I got to beat this person. So you know what I'm saying? I beat a lot of cats that didn't get their chance because I stopped them. You know what I'm saying? You had the what's his name, Marshall. I fought what's his name from New York. Shorty could fight. I fought a lot of dudes that were undefeated. I fought a lot of them on contenders. You look at my champions, my belts. I fought everybody that was number one. I wasn't just picking people number 10, number 7, nah, because nobody wanted to fight me. So I had to get my mandatories. I was just fighting my mandatories, knock them off, knock them off, knock them off.
I'll tell you, man. My favorite fight of yours to watch, which I enjoyed every fucking second, was when you fought Trinidad. I loved it.
Oh, yeah, a
Loved it.
lot of people love that because they just expected Tito just to walk through me. But Tito, a great dude, man. You know what I'm saying? We had a great press conference and we were friends. My homeboy named Damon Ramirez, God bless him dead. You know what I'm saying? That's who introduced me to Tito before we even was gonna fight. And then the fight came about and you know what I'm saying? It was good. It was a whole good press tour. Everything was great, man. And like I said, it was just my night. Sometimes, when it's your time, can't nobody stop it, and that's just my time. I was ready for it. I knew what I had to do. I knew the odds was against me. And that's when I'm a better fighter. When people expect me not to do it, that's when I can do it because I train harder. It just make it worth it. Sometimes when you supposed to win, you don't put in the sweat and the equity like you need to, and you take people lightly, and shit happen.
You know, uh, when you fought Trinidad, you were at your peak, right?
Mm-hmm.
You agree?
Right.
You cut
But
out for a
Tito, I,
second.
I want to say I peaked that night. But what I'm saying, you gotta remember, I'm fighting these fights and I'm 30 something years old, 30, 35, 36. I ain't a spring chicken. So my spring chicken, they wasn't, I wasn't getting it, I wasn't being able to being shown, you know what I'm saying? So I had to do a lot of these fights when I'm older.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean,
I think that lends to being more mature in the ring and being and knowing what to do later in the rounds rather than jumping on somebody straight away.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, yeah. It all plays a part. Like I said, I'm just blessed and I'm happy that, like I said, my fans, you know, really, really, really kept me focused. A lot of time when they robbed me, it was like, because I got robbed a lot. You know what I'm saying, especially
yeah,
in the big fight. So for that to happen, and then you want to continue to fight, it got to be in you that you want to prove somebody wrong. And I always want to prove people wrong. And I was always fighting. I was raised by my grandmother, and so I always wanted to, to give my grandma everything that she wanted, and I always wanted to let my grandmother know that her baby can whoop anybody. You know what I'm saying? At that time, that's how I felt. I felt like, look, you get in the ring with me, I ain't got to be arguing with you, I ain't got to be mad with you, but I'm gonna beat you, and that's how it was.
Did you were you able to give your grandmother a better life before she?
Yeah. But yeah. I gave her everything she wanted, but she didn't want too much. See, that's one good humbling thing. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
your grandparents. They don't. It's like, listen, baby, just enjoy yourself. Just give me what you can or what you want. And I bought her cars. I asked her to buy a new house. She didn't want to shoot her, love her neighbors and all that. So I paid the house off. And like I said, she didn't have to worry. But it was more of just because she did everything for me. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a blessing that my grandma was there, and I love being raised by her. My mom's still around too, so me and my mom got a great connection. But my mother was young when she had me. My mother was like 16, so my grandmother raised me. So I was raised with my uncles and aunts, but they was like my brothers and sisters. So I'm an only child, but it seemed like I had brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying?
Big old family, huh?
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm an only
Beautiful.
too, man. I'm an only child too.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so I know what that's like. I was gonna ask you, um, who was the hardest? Who had the heaviest hands of anybody you ever in front of?
That's what people ask me all the time. I can't really say because I fought some cats that what I'm saying, that nobody really know, and may hit hard than a motherfucker. But it's just the point that could they catch me? The ones that y'all know that got good heavy hands, I would say Shane got heavy hands. Shane got heavy hands, but I just felt he couldn't hurt me. I just felt to myself that I was so in shape, and I was so in my mind that I was unstoppable. That's why I dropped my hands and all of that stuff and let him hit me, just to show him that you can't hurt me, because tonight, my night, ain't nothing gonna stop me tonight. So that's what that. But Shane a good puncher. Uh, that's pretty much, even when my last fight, when I got knocked down by little kid Chocolate. He not a big puncher. He just caught
Oh,
me moving back. He just caught me perfect shot,
because
but it wasn't a day shot, huh?
he's a big guy though. So like, did you feel?
Yeah, but not but the punches wasn't hard. It was just like I just couldn't get off. When your time, when you can't get off, I'm like, I see the punch, but that tip of a second when I want to throw it, I can't throw it, and when you throw it, it's too late now. So I'm like, okay, so this one of
You
them
know,
nights.
so you were talking about how you put your hands down. I think people don't really talk about that enough with you. You had a mental game that was crazy. You were getting people's. I mean, you would break their spirit with
Oh
smiling
yeah.
shit. You know,
Yeah. Listen. The worst thing you could do to a puncher or somebody who think they're a puncher is take their punch and go to them and act like it don't hurt. Well, a lot of times you gotta realize they only hitting my arms. It look like they doing it, but they only hitting my arms, so it ain't hurting. So I'm really telling them, that's all you. I'm talking this. That's all you got. Come on, man, you got to hit harder than that. So now they even trying harder now, and that jab is. My jab is like a right hand. People can say what they want. I tell people all the time. They say, "Well, Winky, you ain't no big puncher." I say, "How many people you saw rushing at me? Y'all can tell me right now. Go ahead, I wait." Yeah. So I can punch. It was that I didn't go for the knockout shots. It was more I could beat you up. I hit you with this jab constantly, break your face, bust your nose up, bust your lip, and get your. I love the body. I used to tear people up to the body. So it was like that, and then it just went to the point to where like, okay, shit, I look like I may just be going 12 rounds. I'm just gonna do what I gotta do.
Do you work? Do you work? What do you spend your days doing now?
Oh man, now I just golf. Like he said, I golf. I got a construction company. Me and some fellas, we got us a construction company down here. So I just do that.
What do
Just
you
just
guys
what
build? You build homes?
houses, apartments. What I'm saying, whatever. It's just new homes. We build new homes. We started renovating a few, but then jumped right into new homes. Now we're trying to build, apartments, complexes, and all that. It just, with this COVID shit, kind of fucked up a lot of shit, but it's coming back. The
Yeah.
market is dang crazy down here. So you know what I'm saying.
we're
The, the
back to what
market
you.
is crazy where I live.
So, well, you in Cali, ain't you?
I'm in L.A.
Yeah, LA, but LA, man, they say LA
I,
crazy right now, man.
ridiculous.
I'm in.
Huh?
I'm in Brooklyn. Same
He's
shit.
in Brooklyn. Same shit, dude. At Los Angeles, 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom house in the hood, $800,000.
That's how I would have been left. I'd have been left that motherfucker.
I
Like,
I got a kid. I got a couple more years.
Yeah, I know how you feel, dog. Yeah, cause got my kids,
Oh,
and I ain't never leaving my kids.
Yo,
my I got a son that lives in Florida though.
Oh yeah,
He
what part?
Jacksonville.
JV. Oh, he up North Florida. Yeah, yeah.
But we just bought him a house. He just closed like a couple of days ago.
That's congratulations, man. Congratulations.
I was gonna say, speaking of kids, when you were a kid, Wink, did you get in a lot of fights? Were you?
I didn't get in a lot of. I got in a few fights, but not a lot. But I would fight, and I was so. You got to remember, listen. So I was before I came to Florida. I was really short. When I was in the 10th grade, because I moved to Florida going to 11th grade. So as soon as I got out of the 10th grade, I went to high school in DC. So then my 10th grade, after my 10th grade year, I was like 4'11".
Damn.
I was 4'11". So I was 4'11". So then I moved to Florida that summer, and then I grew to like 5'6", I think, over the summer. Then I grew to like 5'11". 5'11" and a half. Yeah, it was like crazy. I was just like, so people didn't know who I was back home because they used to love Winky. And then they like, damn, that ain't Winky. He grew. And then they realized who I was, and it was just like, wow. So I see a lot of my friends, and I'm a lot taller than them. So it's just crazy.
Well,
Yeah, that's
remind me, how did you get the name Winky?
My grandmother gave it to me when I was a baby. She just, you know what I'm saying, I guess I was winking. I don't know. My uncle name was Weenie. So Weenie and he was 2 months older than me. So my uncle was 2 months older than me. Then I came. So it was Winky and Weenie. And we was like never apart. You know what I'm saying? He got killed down here in Florida. Yeah, yeah. We never was apart. So, you know what I'm saying? It was just Winky and Weenie everywhere you went. You know what I'm saying?
so.
Damn.
Besides the construction company, you doing anything else? I mean, you in the gym a couple days a week. What you got?
Nah, man. Listen, uh, boxing took a lot of my life, man. I was professional, 21 years. So, you know what I'm saying? It was just like, I need to get away from it. I every now and then I stop in the gym, say, like I said, Keith Thurman, we in the same gym. So I go see him sometime and talk with him and see some of the kids and, see what they doing wrong with this and that. But right now, I just got want to live, do other things. Like I said, I got 2 grandkids, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm with my grandkids and I'm with my new girl, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting a divorce. So, just living life, man. Just time,
Sure.
life short, you know what I'm saying?
So
I
speaking of,
totally.
oh my bad.
Oh, hold on. One more thing. I forgot. Yeah, I got my podcast. Yeah. So we doing that right now. I was just wondering. So I was just in Houston, getting some content, interviewing, we interviewed Willie D, from the Ghetto Boys.
Cool.
That's going to be coming. Yeah, yeah. But I got Scarface and them coming too. So we got Scarface. We got a few more people out there we got to get. It was just this weekend, some things happened where we couldn't get everybody that we had on our roster to do. So we're gonna go back out there and get that done.
Wow.
Who is the dream? Who's the dream interview?
The
You,
dream interview, MJ. That's my man. So I'm cool with MJ, but that's
Oh.
my dream interview
Michael
to
Jackson's
do it.
dead, bro.
Huh?
Michael Jackson's dead.
Nigga, Michael Jordan.
You said
So
You think
MJ,
he'll?
MJ.
but before that, you talked about singers and rappers.
No, but I'm not MJ. I'm talking about Jordan,
Michael,
man. Jordan, good dude, man. I play. He got a golf course down here, private golf course down in Florida, and me, my man Gary Sheffield, go down there and play with him, play down there, and Jordan, a great dude. Just to get some wisdom from someone who was just like an icon in the world, not just in this sport, but just everybody know Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So that's just crazy. So to be able to interview him, that's my number one interview.
You think
that's
he'll?
it. Will
Yeah,
you?
I think you
Will,
would. Just got to catch him at the right time. I got to get on the golf course with him and let him know, look, if I beat you, you got to do an interview.
Oh, that's smart because he's mad
Yeah,
competitive.
yeah, mad competitive, mad.
Um, wow, that's crazy. So speaking of Keith Thurman, he's fighting soon. Who do you like? Like, who's your top 3 pound for pound fighters right now?
Top 3. Okay, number one. Not saying in this order, but I got 3. My top 3 right now. I'm gonna say And a lot of people don't like David Benavidez.
I love David.
That kid is a hell of a fighter. People say what they want about Canelo. Canelo, great fight. Don't get me wrong. I love Canelo, what he did, this and that, but he knew how to pick the fights. He knew to stay away from that dude. That dude is dangerous for anybody. Tall, big, and hit hard. I like Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence right now. Then you got you can't just say three. It's a lot of them. Then you got
Well,
Tank proving them wrong. Every time you think Tank gonna do it, Tank proving them wrong. So Tank doing his thing. But the future of boxing to me is gonna be Shakur Stevens and little Devin Haney. So them some bad little dudes. People can say what they want. I love Devin Haney, man. The kid, hard worker. He put in the work. Him and his dad and them, and I want to congratulate them on their win, man. And I like them. I like both him and his dad. I love the way they doing their thing, man. Keep it up. Shakur Stevens, a bad little dude. My man, Tony O'Leary got him out of the Olympics, and they co-signed him with Bob Erm. So I knew little Shakur in the Olympics. I mean, before the Olympics, I knew him when he was in the trial. So he was like, man, this kid gonna be great. And then I saw it, man. Shakur just dangerous.
yeah, he is. Did you guys, Jeremy, you too? Did you see Edgar Berlanga bite?
I didn't see the fight. I didn't see that fight.
I didn't see that fight.
Did you guys hear about it?
Yeah, I heard about it, but I ain't see the fight. You know what I'm saying? Dude is a good puncher. Dude, he a good puncher, but he got that Mike Tyson syndrome. So once a few people go to distance with him, and once he get hurt, people ain't gonna be scared of him no more. I think he's a great puncher, but a lot of it be when like Tyson, when people if Tyson hit you with a good one, they usually fall out. Okay, I'm gonna fall out before I get knocked out. Mike had a great punch, don't get me wrong, but once Buster Douglas stood up to him, it kind of like changed. Or okay, if Buster could take it, I could take it. Let me try to take it. Now we got to fight. But Mike is a hell of, I mean, and that's another dude I really love, man. Mike I love his honesty. I love who he is, man. He just Mike, and he the realness of him. People say he crazy. He just real, man. I love Mike. Mike a bad man.
I agree, man. I agree. What do you think about what do you think about Bivol and Canelo if they rematch? You think you'll have same?
I like Bivol. I like Bivol. Now what's the other Beterbiev? Beterbiev is a
Woo!
puncher. That dude, man, that little dude got some hard little hands, but I want to see him and Bivol. That'll be a good fight.
And the guy, the Cuban dude, David Morrell, is that it?
I don't know.
Oh, he's a light heavy or super metal, I forget. He's a
Nice.
monster.
I don't know. Oh,
Look,
Kyrie, where your charge? You got the iPhone, right? Let me see your charge. Bring your plug, cause my phone about to go dead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
who are your
Hush. What? My
separate?
dog.
Who are your top 3 greatest fighters of all time, in your opinion, of all time?
All time, and I'm not no specific order. Like I said, I just can't pick 3. I love boxing, so plug it up right this phone. I love. Hold on, let me take this off. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I love. Thank you, Doc. I love, and I'm gonna give you about 10 just because I love boxing. Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Pernell Whitaker, Roy Jones,
Woo!
Floyd. I love Floyd. Floyd, people, I think Floyd is a hell of a fighter, man. Point blank. Do I think he's the greatest? That might, that's for other people to judge. That's not for me to judge. But I think he's a hell of a fighter, and I never try to take nothing away from his skill and what he did in boxing. So I give him his props. Let me see. Sugar Ray Robinson. Tommy Hearns was a bad man. You can't take away. He got knocked, but Tommy Hearns gave you some good exciting fights, man.
Yep.
And I don't know. It's probably some more, but I could just run them off my head just like that.
Great list.
That's a great.
That's a great list.
What do you think would have happened if you fought Floyd at 47?
I don't know, man. I can't say. Listen. At that time when I was at 154, remember, I never lost my championship belts. I never lost 54. I was undisputed, and I gave it up to go be undisputed middleweight at the same time, which I should have been. They cheated against Jermaine, so I'd have been undisputed middleweight and undisputed junior middleweight at the same time. So I never lost my belts, and at 54, I felt so much bigger than the 54 pounders. I felt so much stronger, and I don't know, you know, it would have been a good fight. I know Floyd would have came in, did what he did, this little shoulder roll box move. I would have put pressure on him, and it was just gonna be a war of wills. And we both had that will at that time. See, he was fighting somebody who didn't want to lose, and he didn't want to lose. So we was gonna go at it. I wasn't gonna lay down. So, and I know he wasn't gonna lay down. It would have been a great fight. I wish it would have happened, but like I said, you know, things happen the way they happen.
Is that the one fight that you wish you would have had, or is there somebody else?
No. I never wanted to fight Floyd. We was cool. I never wanted to fight Floyd. It was just like, I don't even know how that came when somebody mentioned that I was supposed to fight for. I'm like, I never heard nothing about it. I'm like, you know, but the fight that I wish would have happened never happened was Oscar De La Hoya. You know, I beat everybody he lost to, and then he still won't fight me. I'm undisputed. Why is you fighting Manny Pacquiao? I told him I'm like, why are you fighting Manny Pacquiao? I'm undisputed. Man, you can get the belt. We can go at it. Why, you know, fight me? It just didn't make sense to me. And then he wound up getting knocked out. See, but you know, Oscar was a gatekeeper. So everybody that Oscar fought and lost to, that's when they started making real money. Shane, Shane, Floyd, and Pacquiao. So you know what I'm saying?
No, thing. Oscar brought dollars to the fight. That's for sure.
Of course, and everybody he lost to, that's when they started making crazy money. Just think about it. None of them were making crazy money. Floyd was the only one making good money. Floyd was making good money before him, but after him, that's when he really started making money.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. That would have been a good fight, though. There's so many guys that you would have given trouble to, you know what I mean, because of your style, obviously. So many.
Yeah, and I can, like I said, I can box. So that's another thing. People just got so used to me just standing there. It was just easier to stand there. But if I needed to, I can box. I can get back outside, jab, stick and move, slip. It was just that it was easy to just stay there and pick the shots off and then come back.
That makes sense. So you have put together a pretty good life for yourself.
Yeah.
You're in Florida. You're doing things. You got kids. You got grandkids, man. I mean, what else could you ask for?
That's what I'm saying, man. Look, our health. Like I tell people all the time, man, we got to stay healthy, man. I started gaining some weight. I was like, man, I got to get this weight off me because, you know, we took our whole life and stayed in shape, you know what I'm saying, and stayed healthy. And, you know, I never drink, I never smoke. So, you know, that ain't a issue, but I love to eat. I love sweets. I love, you know, just eating, just doing shit. So, and then by not working out, I put on the weight. So now I'm getting the weight back off and then just, you know, just enjoy life. I always love to travel. I always did stuff with the fam, you know, so I want to continue doing that and just enjoy, you know, make sure life good for my kids and grandkids.
Yeah, I'm in the same way, man. We appreciate you coming in and spending 45 minutes with us, man. I've known you my whole life, bro. So
my man, hey, you're a bad boy, man. I was just like, I tell a lot of motherfuckers, man. I used to say you knock out a lot of niggas in amateurs, boy. You might got more amateur knockouts than motherfuckers got professional knockouts. How many people you knocked out in amateur?
90%.
What was your record?
He had 300 fights.
I told you. Listen. I only saw the ones from late '88 to '90. So one year he knocked out a lot of motherfuckers. I said, boy, this dude crazy, man. I had mad respect for you, dog. You did your thing, man.
Yeah, and so did you. So I was a fan of you. I wanted to hold my hand like that. My dad wouldn't let me. He said, don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, he does it. And he look at that.
Yeah, it was just different. It was just something that happened, man. That boxing, when I was boxing, HBO kept telling me, because now I'm trying to get on HBO, they kept saying, listen, we can't give you no fight because it's not interesting because you just making the fight. It's one-sided. You know, I was winning all around like Floyd was doing. I'm winning all around, but, you know, it's not exciting. Nice. I'm like, what you mean? That's what we're supposed to do, win. And I got to make it exciting. So, you know, then Vargas fight came and it was just his talking and all that, and that just pushed me to that whole style just then. But
like I said, I'm cool with Vargas too. At one time, I didn't like Vargas. That's what we as fighters we got to stop doing, blaming the other fighter for something that the judges did. You know what I'm saying? I for a long time I didn't like Vargas because, you know what I'm saying, they cheated me. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't his fault. You know what I'm saying? He came in for this fight, and the people, they did what they had to do. And as I got older, I realized that, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Being able to get in the ring with him, and like I said, we cool now. And I say I'm happy for him and his kids. He got some fighters, so
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying. Best of luck to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Well, we appreciate your time, Wink. I know
Hey
you my
man.
Good to
All
see you,
right.
man.
All right,
Y'all
Thank
be
man.
safe. All right, fellas.
All
Yo.
right.
you.